Alrighty, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome back everybody. I hope you're doing well, I hope you had a good time so far. Last time we did not quite manage to... Oh, I have stuff in the background open again, don't I? Yep. Let me actually try to see whether I can, instead of closing it, just reduce its strength. Does not sound good. Maybe next time. Alrighty, I'm just closing it. Sorry about that. So, okay, last time we managed to get pretty far, but not quite. Once again, the really crazy low HP total of the dancer just surprised me. Because we are so high level, yet stuff just still straight up kills us. Well, we have every tool we need in order to go ahead and defeat X-Death, so let's just do this. I still remember how to at least get rid of first phase, and that will be by getting 2 sword dances, then waiting for him to move, and then getting hopefully the 3rd sword dance just right after he moves, so I can heal up right afterwards. And jitterbugs are not what we're looking for. White hole is a free turn for us essentially. You should sleep, but he can't. Oh, that's difficult, Quadlight. Good greetings to you. I hope you're doing well. Other than that, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Oh, my timer is still frozen. Thank you very much. I did stop it a little bit late last time, so that's that. So I just healed before he gets to use Flare. We might survive Flare. Flare can still kill us. Only we have a pretty decent shot at surviving. Oh, we did survive Flare. Nice. And with that, we should be solidly into phase 2. We just need a few more sword dances. Preferably, we would get enough sword dances to kill him before he gets back to the Flare and Holy spellcasts. That is number 5. We just need 2 more in order to push him into the 2nd phase. The thing is, if we wait or if we get bad rolls for too long on the last 2, he might just use Meteor and absolutely demolish me in just one shot. So we just hope after 1 sword dance we get another one, and then that's that. So right now he can use a 1 in 3 chance Meteor. Thankfully he didn't. And there's the sword dance. We push into phase 2 again. So yeah, welcome to you, Noxure Blocker, and welcome to you as well, Quadlight. Good morning, good evening, and good night. And Quadlight, I'm not sure what to tell you, aside from probably make sure that your eyes are not looking at a screen. Because that kind of tends to keep you awake. Unless you... If you have blue light filters, that might actually help a lot already still. So, I think a vacuum wave in the 2nd phase can just straight up kill me. I'm going to go ahead and equip the Guardian Dagger as soon as we can, just when we use the 1st turn Magic Lamp to get rid of the 4th part. Then we need to just dance until we get rid of part number front, whatever it's called. And I have to admit, I'm not too distraught about potentially losing 2-3 more times in this phase here, because Dancer is highly random, but it also seems to be reasonably consistent to get to phase 2 if I don't get incredibly unlucky. Alrighty, Guardian Dagger, Magic Lamp. 1 part down, just 3 to go. The first phase of the fight, all you can think of is the boss's nose. I'm just gonna heal up to full first of all. It looks like the front enemy just decided to not actually attack. So, we need 5, 6, 7 sword dances in order to push him into phase 2. Or kill the front part, which is the melee part, which also cost me my life right here. So maybe I should just wait until Almagas hits and then heal right after, in order to be able to be prepared for vacuum waves. Kind of difficult to tell, actually. Can we make it under 200 deaths? Well, we'll see. We currently have 11 deaths at X death. Which means we're actually 1 over X, because X is 10. That's how it is, right? Either way, let's get this going. We might get luckier this time. Also, you still have time to vote. So, by the way, once again today I don't have quite that much time to stream, unfortunately, so I apologize, it's going to be a bit of a shorter one. What I'm gonna do is I will be starting the next 4-drop fiesta, but then next stream I will get going with... Oh, just barely survived again, nice. I will be starting the next 4-drop fiesta, but next stream I will be playing Evoland 2 instead. So I will be completing that, but because I don't have quite as much time today in order to continue streaming, I figured it's more reasonable for me to just stick to the same game where I can stop more or less anytime. And we will pick the next job class at the end of this thing here anyways. So, 1 in 3 chance to die right here, actually. Oh, never mind. I miscounted. That was already 7 sword dances. I'm actually well, actually no, never mind. I was about to say, I'm mildly surprised that the Dancer is only about 5 hours slower than the Dragoon, despite all the grinding and stuff. But then I remembered with the Dragoon I did a lot of extra content. I went ahead and killed Shinryu, and just because it was the first Soul Cactus solo class challenge run in a while, I did a lot of extra stuff that I did not necessarily need to. Guardian Dagger, Magic Lamp, let's go. And I'm fine with my health total right now. As soon as I take any physical damage, I will want to probably use an elixir sooner rather than later. Although, as long as the part is not shaking, we are still fine-ish. So, 1 sword dance. Okay, now we switch over to the Guardian Dagger and want to heal up to full. Or, alternatively, I'm just gonna wait here until he either attacks me or Almagas gets through. Almagas by itself isn't that scary. I'm just gonna use another elixir right away, because I think we have plenty of elixirs. Elixirs are not the problem, so I should immediately use them rather than even contemplating using High Potion. So, Sword Dance number 2. We need 6 total in order. Actually, 6 and just 1 or 2 attacks are going to do the trick. Sword Dance number 3. Alright, a vacuum wave could deal a lot of damage. Alrighty, Grand Cross. Let's see. The big roulette. Is he going to instantly kill us, or basically do nothing? And instantly killing it does, yes. So, this was the zombie effect. Zombie is pretty annoying, because, well, if you are the last character alive, or no longer alive, that means it's just game over. There's nothing you can do about that. What does zombie do if you have other living characters? A zombie is a character that is just staying right there and only attacks your own party, just with physical attacks. Unlike confused characters, it doesn't use any spells or abilities, it just only uses physical attacks. Which is annoying, but it can actually be useful in weird circumstances, let's put it that way. And one of the, I guess, nice things is that zombie still counts as a valid target for enemies, which means if you have a character that is zombied, the enemy might just decide to attack that character. And as long as your zombie character doesn't have a particularly strong weapon, you will probably be quite well off in terms of I don't know whether this was the flare slash holy turn. Oh well. Either way, you will be quite well off overall in terms of it not being too much of a threat. It's a bit annoying because zombie status essentially means it's kind of like a dead character but slightly worse most of the time. There's that. You can use zombie to your advantage in weird circumstances. There's actually an entire strategy that revolves around using a zombie that hits itself with a weapon that procs a spell, and the zombie also has a wall ring. The zombie has an infinite amount of health, and so hitting itself doesn't do any damage really. But because it can proc spells that get reflected off the wall that get, well, bounced back to the boss or the enemy, that zombie can just kill enemies by itself as long as you have at least one character in your party that can use the hide command, which is an ability from the bard. So, in case you're curious how long it takes to take out next FF, that it takes about 1.5 hours. I've done that twice already. On stream. Because it's fun. You can also take out Shinria with that. And hey Ryok, welcome, how are you doing? So I think I have enough time to actually heal before I need to worry about removing the part number 3. Which, considering that he just vacuum waved me, that would have been a certain death if I didn't do that. So yeah, I'm correct. Hey Wicked Gamer Dude, and welcome to you as well, Ryok. Hi guys, how are you doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. So since you're shaking now, I could just hope for, or wait, but I think it's better for me to just attack instead. Although at this point I'm just gonna wait until he unleashes Almagest, use an elixir right away. Before the physical part has any chance of killing me. So, we need 6 sword dances on the physical portion here. That's 1. You're doing pretty good, glad to hear that. And Grand Cross. Alrighty, the giant roulette again. Are we going to instantly die because we are zombied, insta-death, or the doom clock? We'll see in just a moment. Nothing seemed to have happened, and that is kind of desirable. So that's number 2. Am I going to die to a vacuum wave? I didn't pay attention, to be honest. How much damage a vacuum wave would do. And hey Wells, welcome back. How's the grind going? There's not much of a grind anymore. We just need to get enough sword dances in a row in order to defeat this guy with less combos where he just instantly kills us thanks to using both a physical attack and an Almagest in quick succession. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna go high potion real quick just to make sure that the Guardian Dagger can proc, because if I don't take a turn, the Guardian Dagger cannot proc. Oh. I should have just waited instead. 200 deaths. So yeah, next time I'm just gonna wait, because the only reason why I use the high potion first is in order to have a chance to block. But it turns out it's probably better to just heal up to full anyways. Come close? I mean, the closest is still the one from yesterday. We have only kind of just started again. Well, I'm sorry, Wicked Gamer dude, I guess that was not it. And Butts is just dancing away. I like how he goes into his pose as if he was about to attack, but then just goes back. I wonder that it would make more sense to take out the Almagest portion first. I guess actually it doesn't really matter. Almagest is a lot more predictable in how much damage it will deal, so... yeah... Plus I can go into the front row if we take out the physical portion first. How many deaths we had? I am not entirely sure. That is one sword dance. We need 2 more in order to push him into phase 2. And now he can attack physically again if he would want to. Oh, he skipped his turn, that is convenient. So, if I just sword dance again, that is nice, because I would push him into the next phase without having to heal first. But he hit me. So, what I want to do is just heal. And then push him into the next phase right now. There we go. Actually, should have done this the other way around. But at the same time, this worked out anyways. Holy just barely doesn't kill us. And 1 level. Making all the difference. Alrighty. So, now we need 4 more sword dances in order to push him into phase 2. That is 1. If we land 1 more sword dance, he is going to be in phase 3, which means he will potentially 1 in 3 times use Meteor to instantly kill us. And there it is. 201. What I could have done actually, in hindsight, which I should do, kind of like I anticipate the transition from phase 1 to phase 2, I should just go ahead and wait until he moves and then try to sword dance him to death. Because I'm slightly faster than him and I can potentially get 2 sword dances in a row. In order to have basically a 1 in 4 chance that it doesn't even matter whether he chooses to not use Meteor or not. Not use Meteor or not, so if he not uses Meteor, that's bad for us. Something like that. Two. He just moved, but I need to be at full health here. So what I'm gonna do is just wait until he moves. And I'm gonna wait until he moves again. Because if I push him now, he's going to move and get his flare or holy off before I can heal up. There we go. He is now in phase 2, which means I want to heal up right away. I should probably equip the Guardian Dagger too at this occasion, just in case he doesn't use Flare or Holy. He seems to be very... oh no, never mind. I was about to say doing very consistently, just leaving me with about 40 health or 50. What am I doing? I need 4 more sword dances in order to push him over the top. And he decided to do nothing. We have 1 sword dance. 2 sword dances. 3 sword dances, which actually is good because he decided just again to do nothing. And we win. Or more specifically, we push him into phase 2 again. Which actually is curious. He shouldn't have a second turn where he can do nothing. So I may have pushed him into phase 3 earlier than I thought I did. Oh, by the way, the Grand Cross portion can attack physically if it is below 30,000 HP, interestingly enough. Right, Guardian Dagger, Magic Lamp. Hey Dame, welcome, and also welcome to you, Agent Malice. How are you guys doing? I did start a bit late today. And greetings to you, Biospark. Welcome, hope you're doing well. I almost don't want to say as to why I started late today, because it was entirely my own fault. But just for anybody curious, I guess, I did start playing Ragnarok on my mobile, and I've been enjoying that game quite a bit, to be completely frank with you. Now we wait until Elixir, or well, until he unleashed the Almagest. Attacks one way or another, let's put it that way. If he just uses a physical, I will still use an Elixir right away. Why are you sorry? It's just something... It's been a long time actually since there was a game that I would just play offline and would want to play again and again and again, to be completely honest. Like, that is unusual nowadays, where I just feel like if I play a game, I might as well do it on stream, because people like to watch that once in a while. I see, you're not horrible at time, Agent Malice. Alright, nothing happened, that's good to us. I'm gonna heal an Elixir real quick. I don't feel like I need it right now. Well, I should have equipped the Guardian Dagger. I think that is sort as number 3 or 4. Number 5 probably. Number 6 maybe? Alright, I wanna heal up. Hope he doesn't vacuum wave Almagest me. Yeah, he didn't vacuum wave me. And I could potentially kill the physical portion outright here, so I think I'm going to go for that. That is not killing it outright. He might kill me from vacuum wave. Ah! He seems to move the vacuum waves or his attacks closer and closer to the Almagest, which really does not help. And I figured it might be a better idea for me to just go for it to try and take him out, so we are no longer in danger on that. Langrisser. That's kind of like a... Actually, I only heard ever the name, but I think it's a tactics game? Warsong in the American release? I don't know Warsong. Alright, we need to wait until he takes a move, and then dance real quick. Dance, don't jitterbug, please. Plays like a Fire Emblem game, right. I just today read a title, I think of a YouTube video, where it was something titled along the lines of Langrisser, the Japanese competitor to Fire Emblem or something like that. So dance number 4, he already attacked twice in his second phase. 5. I should not have gone for that, I should have just waited, because now he can meteor me. It didn't, but he could have. I think that was a mistake. I got lucky though. Only 1 in 3 chance for meteor, but still, might as well eliminate that. I see. If you guys like tactics games, I've seen game releases next week or this week. It's called Wargroove. And that actually has really nice aesthetics. I give it a good luck, I can definitely use that. I think once again, my first move is going to heal myself and then use the magic lamp. Unless I got really lucky last time, I think I got enough time to do that before the magic potion is going to cast a spell at me. Hey Don, when you're welcome, how are you doing? And welcome to you, Atheist. I hope you're doing well. Ouch. So curious, that vacuum wave in this encounter does not cast the HP slip status, by the way. So, part number 3 is gone again, thanks to the magic lamp. And here, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wait until he either Almagests or he attacks me so I can heal. And then just gonna heal up to full again. Alrighty, so let's see. We need once again 6 sword dances and probably 1 regular hit in order to push him over the edge. It is 1. I need to heal now. Or maybe I just need to reset now, because Grand Cross has a 3... I should look at how many status effects there are sometimes. Either way, it has a chance to instantly kill us. It didn't do anything though, so that's nice. I'm less scared of Grand Cross than the combination of Vacuum Wave and combos. Well, physical combos. Sword Dance number 2. dance number not 3. Sword dance number not 3 again. And now we just heal up to full. Used to... Actually, I want to... No, never mind. I thought I had 1700 HP for whatever reason. But he can probably go with his physical and just vacuum, or... Yeah, I just want to wait here until he goes with his... whichever move he does first. Because his physical attack is getting very close to the release of Almagest. Nice, we actually blocked it for once. And so we can just continue dancing. I think that's number 4. Number 5. Number 6. So should I just keep dancing, which can instantly kill him, or should I try for a physical attack? I think a physical attack has a 3 in 4 chance to kill him, because 1 in 4 times the chicken knife will tell me, run away, and that doesn't work. I'm just gonna go for the attack here. 1 in 4. Let's try again. 1 in 4. Come on. Okay, this spell is from the physical portion. It's not that. I think we just wait until he does something. I hoped it would deal about 2000 damage, but that was a lot less than 2000. Come on. Do your thing. And this is why I wanted to wait right there, because his physical attack came just before. In this case it wasn't vacuum wave, so it would have been fine. But yeah, alright, let's just dance. Maybe I miscounted the sword dances. Either way, physical portion down. Second Grand Cross. You're still alive. Looks good. So I'm gonna take deal damage to the Almagest portion first. That is 1. Actually, I should try 1 physical, just to see how much damage that will be. We need 5 sword dances and 3589 it was? 5 sword dances is about 50,000 damage, 3000. So yeah, this should actually do the trick in theory. So we need 4 more sword dances on that part. Oh, this actually might be bad if the jitterbugs end up being too many. That could end up being really bad. Alright, let's go. 2 sword dances. Need 3 more. Few more. Those jitterbugs are making me nervous, because if there's too many of those, he will actually die. Okay. I did not pay attention to the numbers. I think we're fine, so I'm just gonna start with this one here now. Just heal up. Because the Grand Cross portion kinda physically attacked me when it gets below certain HP thresholds. Alright, let's see. Are we gonna die here? I have 1 sword dance. 1 more sword dance will kill the bottom. Alrighty, so that's what I don't want to do then. Oh, Well, never mind, I can't. The second time we got zombie. One time we got the doom clock. So this is kind of the risk of finishing off the physical portion before I finish off the Grand Cross portion. It's just like physical portion, it's a ton of damage. But the Grand Cross portion can just decide to kill me. Hey Jobblekins, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Let's see, how many different status effects are there anyways? Let's see, is there anything about Grand Cross? Oh, there we go. Grand Cross has a number between 0 and 17, so 18 different status effects. So that status is gonna instantly kill us. Zombie status is going to instantly kill us. I need to wait, I think. I didn't pay attention. And countdown status can kill us. In this case, where we just got hit by a zombie countdown, we might have actually potentially been able to finish it off, if we were lucky. Yeah, basically a 3 in 18 chance. What is that? 1 in 6? 1 in 6 times we are going to die. To a Grand Cross. We need to survive like 5 or 6 Grand Crosses. Something along those lines. So what is 5 in 6 to the power of, let's say 5? Somebody want to math that real quick for me? I didn't pay attention how many sword dances this is, so this might actually push him to the last phase already. If it did, he only physically attacked. We just keep going. Alright, it was actually the last phase. And yeah, I will be choosing, as soon as we see the end screen of this round here, we will be finishing up that straw poll and see which class has gotten chosen at that point. And that's kind of how we decide which one to go for next. And yes, I will be finishing it Evoland 2 before I will be going much into the Blue Mage run. However, I only have a relatively short time to stream today, so I will be starting the Blue Mage run after this one here, because it allows me to more or less stop any time whenever. So that is going to be a lot more convenient to handle than trying to, well, get it done differently, I guess. Evoland 2 specifically. Alright, a magic lamp, take out the magic casting portion. You know where the 2 skeletons and the lady are sitting on the left side? That's the magic portion. And it's dead now. It doesn't look dead, but actually it kind of looks dead already because there's skeletons and stuff. Alright, let's dance. Dance number 1. Ouch. And now we wait until he does a move. And we heal. 30 hours indeed. Give or take a few minutes. Nice block. Chicken knife. So, we have 1 sword dance already, we need 7 to finish it off. Instead of doing physical attacks, I think it's better to just do that. 9 and 16... It's technically slightly better for me to go ahead and do 2 physical attacks in terms of probability. But it costs me an additional turn if I do that. Minute? Oh, that's unusual. Minute is one of the few status effects that we can get afflicted by. Just using elixir here real quick. And yes, there is very few status effects that we can get afflicted by, but there is still 1 or 2 left. Aside from the instant death ones. Actually, we are immune to instant death, now that I think about it. Now that I think about it, we are immune to instant death. So there's actually only a zombie and the doom clock that can kill us. So it's only a 2 in 18. By the way, if we want to run any of the parts out of magic, unless you're specifically either a blue mage or a mystic knight, you have very little chance of running anything out of magic here. Could you please actually hit stuff with sword dances? Thank you. We need more sword dances here, buddy, in order to win this. Ouch. There's sword dance number 3. We need 4 more in order to finish off the first part. Ribbon does not immune zombie. I think only Angel Ring does, honestly. 4. That might not have been the best move. Okay, we are fine. Probably. I need to go real quick here in order to use the elixir before he physically attacks. Because the physical attack literally follows us right after on that one. Alright, we survive 1 more thing there. Okay, now we don't. You put on nothing but a ribbon, went outside to find out you're not immune to cold. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it doesn't give any elemental status resistance, so you kind of want to put on a bit more than a ribbon. Need a rainbow dress too. Rainbow dress prevents confusion, which is actually kind of huge. Could you please... do dances? We are running long on the elixirs now because we are not using dances here. That's actually really bad. I need to kill this thing before it hits too many more times. But right now we're getting really unlucky with the dances. This is going to kill me because I just attacked. He attacked way quicker than me. Well, we got rid of the physical portion, but Almagus is going to kill me now. I figured I could kill him before he attacked me, but he actually literally went as fast as I did. That is so strange. I don't know why he suddenly speeds up. But now that we know he speeds up, I should probably take that into account. I mean, at this rate, we are not gonna be able to start even the Blue Mage run. I kind of hope that's not quite that extreme, but oh well. One. You do seem confused. Can Alexa order you a rainbow dress? I mean, maybe. You want to ask Alexa or Elixir. What is a rainbow dress? Let's see. We haven't died to a flare yet. It feels like it always deals the same damage, but I also feel like it might just not have... I guess flare always deals the same damage. Only has some variance to it though. I think that's already sword dance number 5. Nope, that was number 6. I knew we already got a load of sword dances, so our dancer was in a hurry to get back to phase 2, but unfortunately, X-Def went... Nah, you're dancing too much, buddy. Turn it down a notch. Alrighty. Come on, buddy. I'm gonna actually count this time. 1, 2, 2 and the mystery waltz. He just went. I should go before him again. I need to heal up to full, otherwise Holy and Flare will kill me, which is a 2 in 3 chance. He could physically attack, but that's only 1 in 3. There's the Flare. Let's see whether it leaves me with 40 HP again. Nope. Not quite, so it's not consistent damage. But just barely survive it. It's fine. So number 4. Number not 5. Number not 5 still. Number 5. So, actually, I just realized in his last turn, in the second phase, he does have a chance of using Condemn, which is actually even worse than Media. So I want to actually just go for it. If I manage to get in 5 sword dances before his 3rd turn in the second phase, I want to wait until he takes his 3rd turn so I can potentially get a double sword dance. But in this case I actually just want to push him into phase 3 right away. A top pass shot? Yes, still dancing. So you think he can dance? Well, butts can dance. Sometimes anyways. On the bright side, we do survive a vacuum wave right now, so I will be using the magic lamp first and then heal up after he takes his first physical. What is void? The void is usually the space that does not contain anything. Or it describes the space, I guess. All existence, all dimension, and then I too shall disappear for eternity. Oh my. I almost don't want to switch to the Guardian Knife because then I will guaranteed get hit by his physical attack instead. Are you asking that rhetorically? It might be. Wait until his physical attack hits. He doesn't physically attack me! What is up with you? Are you just skipping all your turns here? Because I was waiting for it. Actually, I guess that kind of makes sense in the long run, because he might actually be fast enough to go as fast as I do, but he often just skips his turn, because I guess that's something he can do. I should check the physical parts AI actually sometime, just to see how that looks. So we need 7 sword dances here. Number 1. Number 2? Actually, there's no number 2. No, I survive a vacuum wave. Come on, we need a few more sword dances here. Last time you took so long that you pretty much got killed by him running you out of elixirs, which is really bad. Two sword dances. Three sword dances. I believe it's the physical portion that can use this spell, so if it uses this spell, I'm perfectly fine with that. 4 sword dances. Not that sword dance. I'm pretty sure he keeps skipping his turns right there. 5 sword dances. I'm contemplating whether I should just keep going, but I feel like it's... We have currently the elixirs to just use them in order to heal up. I'm just gonna wait here. Yeah, if it sets me to be a zombie or the doom clock, we are dead. If the doom clock comes late in the run, or we might actually be able to rush it down, but chances are we wouldn't be able to. So, one more sword dance and the physical part is going to be dead. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but in case we miss that so often, I'm just gonna elixir first. Elixir, heal me! 2 in 18 chance for us to die. I think it inflicted HP leak status actually. So that's also a status that can happen. Alright, come on, one more sword dance. There we go. Okay. You're in good shape. Let me actually think about this. If I use 3 sword dances from the back row on each one of the parts, it would deal about 24,000 damage. Which actually would work out better. 3 sword dances from the back row and 3 from the front row will push him just under 55,000 health. But the problem is that the Grand Cross part, once it is on a certain threshold, will start using physical attacks. Either way, I'm going to do this to the Grand Cross port. Although the Jitterbug duets might actually genuinely mess that up, so I shouldn't do that. Yeah, I shouldn't do that. Let's go to the front. Two Jitterbugs. 1 sword dance. Fun fact, Grand Cross actually costs MP. 2 sword dances, so if you run him out of MP, he can no longer use Grand Cross. 3 sword dances. Or... Come on, give me the fourth one, please. Four sword dances. 5, alrighty. Don't need that part anymore, because otherwise we will die. Because when there's only one part left of New York's death, you are going to experience Almagus instantly, without any casting time or announcement, and Meteors instantly, and a bunch of vacuum waves. That's kind of what usually happens. Alrighty, Grand Cross, let's see. Okay, looks like we're fine for now. So... 1 sword dance. 2 sword dances. 3 sword dances. 4 sword dances. 5, alrighty. Each one of those parts I need to attack physically now. Once. I should probably have waited and healed, because he can still physically attack me now. I don't know how quick he is about it. Speaking of physicals, I might as well get the Guardian Dagger out real quick. Guardian Dagger's sword dance should actually be about 4000 damage, but I should have tested that beforehand. Oh, attack. Don't do that. We just need to attack it once, and then use the magic lamp in order to finish it off. Could be that we win here. The 1 in 18 chance to kill us though. Didn't happen. Alright. I'm going to equip... Ah, oh, I wish I still had the Mage Master. Alrighty, this might be it. Let's see. I didn't keep track of the HP exactly, but this hopefully will kill it. Oh no. Chicken knife might not do the trick. I'm gonna use the thief's knife here, because it will guarantee the attack. Okay, we survived now against Comet, which is not Meteor, it's a Comet, I guess that's way weaker. But oh boy, we finally got it. I was getting rather nervous there at the end. So, Grand Cross portion. Grand Cross with a space it is. The Grand Cross portion ended up... being real spooky there. So... by the way, we got super lucky. Because in his AI script, the first turn of the 2 that he took, he could have used Meteor, Almagest, or the specialty, which is a Vacuum Wave. Vacuum Wave would deal about 2200 damage to us, so almost no matter which one he took second, he would kill us. The second turn is Comet, Specialty, which is 2 times Vacuum Wave, so we literally got the 1 in 9 where we didn't die. Because only the combination of Almagest and Comet we would survive here. And Comet also only if it rolls low enough. Should have kept an air knife and wielded it then. Yeah, I think that would have been the good choice there. But yeah, I did get a few more Jitterbug duets on the bottom part than I did get on the top. The top one I got sword dances rather quickly, so maybe I should have recognized that and went for a additional attack with a Thief's Knife first. So, The RNG run has been completed. It took us 205 deaths total for the dancer to get through this here. It was 18 deaths on XDeath on the final one alone. We took about 30 hours and 18 minutes. I'm just going to write down the timer that we have, even though it's not accurate. That's fine. And compared to the Dragoon, who had only 120 deaths total. Let's see. The Dragoon was actually very polarized in a certain sense, that there were a lot of deaths in very concentrated areas, and almost none anywhere else. Dancer kind of has deaths all over the place, with also at least 2 parts where it's very concentrated. The Purebolus took us 76 deaths, and the X-Death number 1 in World 2 took us 49 deaths. And X-Death just now took us 18 deaths, so we have a load of deaths everywhere. Just Johnny, thank you for the host, I appreciate that. Why was the last hit a Thief's Knife? Because if I were to use the Chicken Knife, I had a 1 in 4 chance to, instead of attacking, I would be doing a can't run. Because the Chicken Knife 1 in 4 times with a physical attack will do can't run instead, which is really bad for us. And with the Thief's Knife, I was reasonably certain he was low enough that the Thief's Knife, which is my second strongest weapon that I had in my inventory, would just do the trick. Hey Just Johnny, thank you for the host, and how are you doing? Also, we could have, if it was funny, we could have gotten the steal from him too, but unfortunately no such luck. Alrighty, so, as mentioned before, I don't have a whole lot of time to continue streaming today, but if you guys would, oops, that's not what I meant to do. If you guys would like to vote on the next character, or so a top class that you would like to see, please vote on it in the straw poll. I will be starting this today. However, the next few streams, which will be likely not tomorrow, because I need to go and do the visa thing first. The next few streams will be Evoland 2, we will be finishing our casual playthrough, and hopefully my voice is not going to give up this time. So there's that. You doing good? That sounds nice. Any Force 1 ROM hack. Nice. Well, then I wish you good luck with that. But yeah, I should have definitely kept an air knife. That would have probably been a good choice. I was looking for a weapon that increased my magic power a little bit for that, but I didn't even think initially about the air knife, which is why I was looking for the Mage Master, which gives +1 magic power. Dancing Dagger would also give +1 magic power, but I sold both of those, it looks like. So you have time to vote for the next job class until the end is set or settled on the screen. Just kind of for reference in case you're curious. Probably not a whole lot that could shake up the current top vote, but who knows, maybe there's like 15 lurkers who decide, oh, you know what? You should play Samurai next. Actually, that would need more like 21 lurkers, actually. Only the lurkers are strong enough to do that. Unless you just want to see Blue Mage. Which, I like Blue Mage. Pretty awesome one. So, for various classes, I kind of plan on doing maybe more or less optional side challenges. Such as for the Blue Mage, I'm gonna try and gather all the blue magics I can. I think there's at least one blue magic that I cannot collect as a solo challenge run. I forget which one it is, but it probably involves something that you could only get if you were to if you were to need a Beastmaster with control instead. Level 5 Death you can actually get as long as you have Bone Mail, then it, instead of killing you, will heal you. I won't be able to get it in the library. I will only be able to get it once I am a bit further in, after getting the Bone Mail, and I think... What is the next best place to get blue magic? Oh wow. It actually might be that we don't get level 5 Doom until the very end, because it doesn't look like there's any enemy using level 5 Doom before we get back to the library with a Bone Mail, which seems to be the earliest we can get it. Unless I'm overlooking something. Hey Chirp Trundles, welcome, how are you doing? What's wrong with Hunter? Oh, nothing. I like Hunter. I also like Mystic Knight. Executor in World 3 has all level based spells. Yeah, Executor would be... As in, once we are in World 3, we will be able to get level 5 Doom. I was just curious whether there was a point earlier where there's another enemy using level 5 Doom. But we can go back into the library the first time we get to the third world, just after Sandworm. We are actually right in front of the library again. Hunter's great, it only had a 4% vote still. Well, that's just kind of the nature of votes. By the way, next we will be voting for a few more jobs, because I'm going to be adding the Freelancer job class. I'm also going to be adding the Mime job class, because I did not mean to not have those in this vote here. I just forgot they existed, to be honest. I'm not going to add the Game Boy Advance job classes quite yet, because my hope is still that I will get a Game Boy player and be able to play that on console instead. It would be great. But I would need to be back in Switzerland for that for now. Fantastic. Glad to hear that, Chirp Trundles. Execrator? Yeah, that's a weird name. Maybe you should combine the Freelancer Mime playthroughs since it takes so long to get Mime. Oh yeah, I'm just using a cheat code in order to unlock the other job classes. I have to admit, I don't know how Mime works in this game. I know in Final Fantasy VI you can just select the types of moves you want to use, and so you can do select anything, but I think Mime's main move is Mimic? Or is that the ability? As long as Mime has the fight command, we can just finish the game with it. Might take a while to get past Caraboss though. Because I don't think he can... I don't think Mime can use daggers, can it? I think it's one of the weird ones that can only use staves. Or was it dagger and staves? Rogmary, thank you for the host. I appreciate that. And welcome. How are you doing? No, knives, rods, staves, and boomerangs. Boomerangs? Alright, mine is going to be a bit more interesting than I initially anticipated. For some reason I thought I couldn't use knives. But it's actually literally only Monk and White Mage that cannot use knives. So, last chance for you guys to vote. Everybody would have to vote for not Blue Mage in order for Blue Mage to not be our next one, but hey, who knows? I like Blue Mage. Hey Zonvus, welcome, how are you doing? Save the frogs. Frogs are friends, not food. You get to actually vary strategies. Yeah, pretty much. And I might be using some silly strategies, like trying to run enemies out of MP, just in order to use the Blue Mage's potential. I'm going to see whether I can avoid breaking rods, but I might just end up starting to break rods in order to get past some more often more annoying bosses if it looks like we would need to rely too much on luck in order to get past them otherwise. So, just kind of for reference, I like to try and use the cactus strings. If there is, let's say, the ability to break rods, that would just not really do much for us in terms of being interested, because there's like 5 other classes that can also just break rods in order to do the exact same thing. It might not be the most interesting way to go about it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna hesitate if it turns out that there's not a simple way aside from that. Oh yeah, we will also need to determine who we choose as our main character. Either Butts or Ferris. And I'm going to do it the same way I did last time. I'm just gonna open up a raffle so people can join the raffle, and whoever wins in the raffle will be able to tell us, hey, we choose Butts, or hey, we choose Ferris. So if you would like to join the raffle, I will start it as soon as we start next chop run. Also, if anyone is curious about the distribution of deaths, I'm going to be linking the document in the chat that I keep track of deaths of individual characters, also time for that matter. And once again, if anybody has, what's the word, enough passion, or whatever you want to call it, to go back through the VODs and highlights of the White Mage playthrough and count those all up, all those deaths, then actually let's just say all the deaths on bosses, then that person who is going to do that is going to be able to choose which job we are going to be playing next, rather than we going for the straw poll. I don't expect anybody to do that, don't worry about it. Just in case somebody feels like they have enough time and motivation to just do that. Like, I could say you also want to check the random deaths, or how many deaths there were just in random areas, but that would probably be kind of annoying. Be warned, if you were to try and attempt that, it's about 70 hours of highlights. Most of it is grinding, so in theory you only need to pick out the bosses, but you also don't want to miss parts where I might have attempted a boss or just showed off something and then reset real quick. I would want to have all the numbers for each individual boss, including some mini-bosses. Just for reference. 70 Bloodshot. And many more than Dragoon? Yes. The low HP total of a Dancer is just really bad. Because Dancer also doesn't really have any defensive options, like other classes that have similarly low but probably slightly higher HP values. Like, let's say a Summoner, he doesn't have much more HP. Let's actually see real quick. Summoner. Oh, I was there earlier. Vitality. Dancer has 14. The Bard is the second lowest with 15 in terms of vitality, but the Bard can hide, which means he can entirely avoid attacks. Kind of like the Dragoon in a sense, by just hiding off screen, and also running M-names out of MP. Still, that's going to be a bit of a difficulty. The Red Mage actually has only 18 vitality. I did not realize Red Mage was that low in vitality. Wow. So Red Mage only has 4 more vitality than a Dancer, which will still make quite a difference. Like, he would about have 400 more HP on the same level just now. But yeah. Then the next lowest would be 24, 22, 21. 21 with a Time Mage, but Time Mage has other things going for it. Like the quick spell being able to take 2 actions at the same time. Summoner with 23, he has Golem to completely eliminate physical damage from the encounter, pretty much. Black Mage with only 22, well, Black Mage usually kills stuff before it kills him, reasonably consistently. Which is kind of the key, really. With Dancer, we couldn't really know what we killed. When, anyways, because in order to kill stuff, we needed to have a sword dance, usually. In rare circumstances, we were able to just finish off certain things with physical attacks, but that's kind of where a lot of strategy and planning will come in as well, in terms of being able to take on enemies properly. I kind of need to be able to figure out, alright, if I level up just 2 more levels, that means I need 1 less attack in order to kill the enemy over there. And with sword dance, most of the time you didn't really reach a new threshold because of how insanely powerful sword dances are, if they are hitting. But I would never be able to figure out, alrighty, if I just level up 2 more levels, I will be able to avoid getting hit by this attack from the boss, because that is going to be a lot easier. But yeah, that's just the nature of the Dancer. It is rather tough overall. We're all 70 on Carl Boss. No, actually, Carl Boss took us like 9 hours to grind to the appropriate level. And then I got really insanely lucky on Car Boss on the White Mage. It normally took like an hour of attempts or so. You should watch the highlight of it. Like, Car Boss, when I was so insanely lucky on that boss in order to defeat him. It took me 5 less hours than it took Almagus with a solo White Mage. Almagus, by the way, he has not completed a solo White Mage entire playthrough, but he kind of likes to do a solo character Forge Up Fiesta, and he happened to start with a White Mage once. And now you have to use a red mage to make Butts do it because at least he has good HP pool. Ferris is actually not much worse. Butts has +3 in HP, Ferris has +2, but also 2 more agility. So 1 less vitality but 2 more agility. If you are going for vitality, Galaf would be the highest, but since you kind of lose him halfway through the game, you would need to figure out whether it is more important to have vitality early on or not, I guess. So, let me check the votes for the thing real quick. Currently it looks very much in the favor of Blue Mage. And here we go. We have arrived at the end of the solo character challenge, single class, with just a dancer. This was quite a struggle. And if I did not necessarily know that this is going to be such a struggle and such a huge randomness from the get-go, this would have been a lot more frustrating than it actually was, but I was well aware of the random nature of Dancer, so in the end I just needed to play the odds and, well, it worked out. The end for the Dancer. Thank you very much for watching, for listening, and for lurking for the Dancer video. And we're going to be continuing with the Blue Mage next.